So we have started with the unit gravitation, and let us see what is the concept of the weightlessness in the satellite. Suppose this is the earth and the satellite is revolving around the earth surface at a particular height. Okay, in a last lecture we have seen that this satellite can revolve in a lower earth, medium earth or the higher earth orbits, and depending on where it is rotating, its time period could be changed. Okay, if there is any object in the satellite, so that object can feel the weightlessness in the satellite. Now what is meant by this weightlessness? We generally measure our weight. Okay, so suppose this is a block of this mass m, so we call its mass as or we call its weight as mg. W is equal to mg, and this weight is always acting vertically downwards. Now according to the Newton's third law, we know that whenever there is a action, equal and opposite reaction is also present. So whenever this weight is acting vertically downwards, exact and opposite this normal reaction is acted upon by the earth surface on this object, and we generally measure this normal reaction which is taken in a upward direction. Now what happens when the satellite is orbiting in a earth surface? In this case we have also seen that this gmm upon this r plus h bracket square, this is nothing but the force acting or the gravitational force acting on a satellite at a particular height of h, where r is the radius of the earth and h is the height of the satellite from the earth surface. And g is, we know that this is a gravitational constant, m is the mass of the earth and small m is the mass of the satellite. Therefore this force, which is a gravitational force, so when the satellite is orbiting, we have also seen the procedure how we are launching the satellite in a orbits. Now this gravitational force field is balanced by this mv square upon r plus h, which is the centripetal force which is required for this orbital motion. Now what happens? So this object is now called as a free fall. So the satellite is still in the gravitational force field. It is also, and that gravitational force field is balanced by the centripetal force field. This is very important, so I'll write it here. Gravitational force, it is balanced by the centripetal force. Okay, in this case, if there is any object inside this satellite, so the normal reaction is not acted upon by the satellite surface on that object. Now see, this is the satellite, and inside this, if there is any object inside the satellite, so the normal reaction is not acted upon by the surface of the satellite on this object. Therefore this object will not feel that normal reaction, and it will feel the weightlessness inside. The films we have seen many times the concept of the weightlessness. We have seen that the people are floating inside the satellite. Okay, that is due to the weightlessness inside the satellite, because the satellite surface is not applying any normal reaction on the satellite, but still the satellite is under the force field of the gravitational. Okay, the satellite itself is in a free fall, and the centripetal force is supplied by the gravitational force field in the weightlessness in a satellite.